the numbers counting down on the top, man.
Okay. 2 drops here again. With video number 2, because I can't take a nap because I just smoked a cigarette and I'm all having thoughts and shit. First thought I have is about cigarettes. Cigarettes are, tobacco is a very, very powerful drug. And if you don't allow yourself to come down, like if you treat it like you can just smoke as much as you want, you're gonna die. And I don't care if you're smoking organics. I don't care if you're smoking fucking Marlboro Ultralights. Who cares? If you enjoy it as a medicine, as a stimulant, and as a way to communicate with other people, you know, brains work on electrical impulses and frequencies, vibrational frequencies, and when you vibrate at the same frequency as somebody else, you can talk to them good. So that's what I think about tobacco, but again, enjoy responsibly. Get together, get some really good tobacco, grow your own. I think it's legal, I'm not sure. Fuck, you can definitely get tobacco seeds. And you grow your own and you do a little bit of research on how to cure it correctly, and then you invite some friends over to your house or go to a hookah lounge or do whatever you do, and you enjoy it as a drug that makes your brain vibrate a certain way, and probably you can chew it or you can smoke it or you can eat the nicotine pills or you can have a nicotine patch or whatever. But when you get high off of it, it's fucking awesome. But if you get high off of it all day, every day, you're gonna die. It goes back to what I said. Sooner, you know? 2 guarantees in life: death and taxes. Ignorance and change. I'd say there's 4 guarantees in life: death, taxes, ignorance, and change. Because taxes are taxes, but they're also taxes. When you smoke a cigarette, you're taxing the shit out of your lungs. And your ass is writing checks that your ass can't cash or something. So anyhow, Africa. I talked a little bit about African Americans. Africans are just as stupid and doofy as white Americans. And they're extremely corrupt. And the warlords get the guns from the corporations. China, come on, baby, we're all guilty here. So that they can go in there, control areas, and rape them for their natural resources. And they know it, and we know it, and you know it. But I just gotta say it, because I've met some stupid ass African people. And also some just fucking brilliant, gorgeous African people. This girl that I met from Nigeria, she was way too young for me, and her sister fucking hated me because I drank too much. And it was pretty obvious that, genetically speaking, I was not compatible. And so that relationship dried up. But man, if I coulda just put a baby in that girl, oh wow, she was fucking awesome. She hopped on a longboard, and she could barely even skate, but she hopped on a longboard with my old dog that I was talking about, pulling her, and she went full bore, my dog did, and I said, let go of the leash, let go of the leash, but she didn't let go of the leash. She fucking ate shit, going like 15 miles an hour and skinned the crap out of her knee and her face, and then got back on the skateboard and went full blast for another 2 miles, and then ate shit again, and then came back to my house and smoked a joint and fucking laughed it off. Badass bitch. I can tell you that to be true. She's also a brilliant engineer by now, I imagine. And I hope her and her whole family are doing very well. And my other boy married her friend, who is also from Nigeria. And she was one of these women that gets up on the G-Wagon and shakes her ass, you know, for the warlord or whatever. And then my buddy went over there on a little vacation, met the woman and brought her back here and put a couple babies in her. And she's awesome too. But she's got some anger that she can't let go. And it's justified. Fuck yeah, it's justified. So anyhow, that's Africa. And then did some tobacco. And then I said something else that I wanted to say, which is, I think the African thing was the thought that I had. So, there's a dog still asleep. And I'll probably go to sleep too, because I need sleep. I read a book, and I believe the book was called Never Cry Wolf, and it was about a man who went up north of the Arctic Circle to explore the reason why the elk population was dying. And everybody up there thinks it's the wolves, and it is, dude. Now we've got a bunch of wolves, and they're going around and they're killing fucking everything, because that's what wolves do. But mostly they don't want to kill elk, because the elk will kick them straight in the face and kill them, and they don't want to die. They want to stay alive and make more baby wolves, like everybody wants baby wolves, whatever. And so the guy embedded himself with this wolf pack. He literally hung out around the den for long enough for the mama wolf to trust him, to literally go up in the den and pick up wolf cubs and fucking study them, study what they're eating, and come to find out they're pack hunters. And one wolf stands on one side of the gopher hole, and the other one digs at the other side of the gopher hole, and then the gopher pops up, and they whacked a mole, and they're awesome. They mostly just eat like rabbits and shit that's easy to catch. Bugs, probably. They eat bugs. Bears eat lots of bugs. They love to get into the moths. And also the picnic baskets. And whatever they can eat. They're just out there eating shit. Berries, fucking manzanita poop. Manzanita berries are quite good. I'm thinking about experimenting with making some manzanita wine. I have friends that are brewers, and they brew mean beers. They brew. My one buddy, good homie of mine, also my worst enemy probably. I don't fucking know. He's done me super dirty so many times, and I've probably done him pretty dirty a couple of times. And we did almost fight one time in college, and I'm glad we didn't, because we would have beat the shit out of each other, and it probably might have solved something, because I think I would have kicked his ass. But who cares? Who cares? He brews beer. He's in Vegas. He's a Bitcoin billionaire, gojillionaire, and he still can't figure it the fuck out, because he's just like my girlfriend. He's in his head, and shit doesn't make any sense to him, and he doesn't feel good because he doesn't do shit. He doesn't work. He doesn't suffer. When you don't suffer, you don't feel good. You just feel numb all the time, drunk as fuck. So anyhow, I hope he's doing well, and I hope he's coming to some realizations, because now he's got the money. He could fucking buy a golf course and be up on that golf course and just own it. He loves to play golf. He loves to ski. He's really good at pool. He does shit. It's just not shit that's like strenuous work. But the other thing is, the whole time I was in college, he worked. He worked at pizza places mostly. He could make a mean pie. And he would eat the pizza every day and drink the heavy-duty beer every day and smoke the bong loads every day of the weed that I got, because I got the best weed, for real. I have been a huge stoner practically my whole life, since I was 14, but my dad was blowing hits in my face when I was a baby to get me to shut the fuck up. Anyhow, we can talk about weed. There is weed in this world, especially in California. Not so much in Siskiyou County, but that's a lie. There's a fuck ton of weed everywhere. It's everywhere. If you don't like weed, get fucked. Weed's awesome. Another one of those deals where you don't want to be a huge stoner. I probably lost a 10-year block of my life sitting on my front porch selling fucking sacks. 10 sacks, eighths, and having motherfuckers front weed and not come back with the money and getting all pissed off and fucking going and having to try to beat people up. And it was just so dumb. It was so dumb. But I left college and I went up to the hill because I had a bunch of money and I wanted to grow weed. So I went up on the hill and I grew a little bit of weed. I never even grew weed. I fucking only just learned how to grow weed. I hung out with all the people up there on the hill, growing the best heirloom strains of organic cannabis, sativa, sinsemilla, that I've ever smoked. And it's real talk. You guys in the Bay talking about that Bay Area indoor, I smoked that fucking hydro. I grew that hydro. I grew that hydro with fucking General Hydroponics nutrients and Botanicare nutrients and fuck you name it nutrients. I had thousands of dollars into my lights and my nutrients and all that shit. And ultimately, I decided I don't even like weed. Fuck, I'd rather be high on fucking caffeine than high on weed. And that's true and not true, because weed's fucking awesome. The thing that weed does to you is it attaches to some sort of neuroreceptor in your brain that makes you hallucinate a little bit, but it also makes you think really fucking like God-inspired thoughts. I'll say that. Like, if you don't smoke all the time, like you don't burn out your little serotonin thing, and you just take like a little teeny tiny couple of little crumbs of weed and roll them up into some tobacco and smoke that with your good friend, you will be talking to God, and that's a guarantee. And I don't know if it's Jesus Christ God or fucking Vishnu Vishnu or Muhammad or fucking who knows what God.